What if I told you that one of the world's most enduring natural mysteries, a phenomenon so strange it was named after magic, might have a perfectly logical explanation hiding just beneath the surface? Picture this. You're standing in a vast, arid grassland at the edge of the Namib Desert. The sun beats down. The red earth stretches for miles. And then you see them, thousands of perfect, barren circles dotting the landscape like polka dots on a vast, dusty canvas. Each one is ringed by a thin border of tall grass, as if drawn by some invisible hand. These are fairy circles, and for generations, no one could agree on what created them. Local legends said they were the footprints of gods. Others whispered that a dragon lived beneath the soil, its fiery breath burning perfect rings into the earth. Even scientists were stumped. But today, after decades of debate, we are closer than ever to solving this beautiful, haunting mystery. So what are fairy circles, really? And why have they confused us for so long? To understand the puzzle, you first need to see it through the eyes of those who discovered it. Fairy circles appear only in some of the harshest environments on Earth, places where rain is rare, the soil is poor, and every drop of water matters. They range from 2 to 15 meters wide, and they're arranged in a stunning hexagonal pattern, almost like a honeycomb made of dirt and grass. From above, it looks intentional, too perfect to be random. And the strangest part, they're alive. Individual circles appear, persist for decades, and then vanish as if the landscape itself is breathing for years. Researchers proposed wild theories. Some said they were caused by radioactive soil. Others pointed to termites or toxic gases or even plants secreting poisons into the earth. But each idea had holes. If it was termites, why were there no nests in many circles? If it was gas, why weren't animals getting sick? The mystery only deepened when similar patterns were found in Australia, thousands of miles away. How could the same phenomenon occur on two separate continents? It was as if nature was teasing us, leaving clues but no answers. Then, a new idea began to take root, one that didn't rely on mythical creatures or far-fetched guesses. It suggested that fairy circles weren't the work of any single organism, but rather an emergent pattern. A self-organizing system born from competition and cooperation. In an extreme environment, let's break that down. Think of the desert grassland as a battlefield, and water is the prize. When rain does fall, it's scarce. The plants are all fighting for the same limited resource. Now imagine one small patch of grass dies, maybe from disease, maybe from a passing animal. That creates a tiny bare spot. And in that spot, something important happens. Water doesn't get absorbed by roots. Instead, it flows sideways through the soil toward the plants at the edge. Those edge plants get a little extra water, enough to grow taller and stronger. In turn, their roots spread further, taking more water from the center, which keeps the center barren. A feedback loop is born, the strong get stronger. The bare patch stays bare. And over time, this process repeats across the landscape, organizing itself into those perfect circles we see from above. It's not magic, it's mathematics. A natural expression of pattern formation, like the ripples in sand dunes or the spots on a leopard. Scientists call this the scale-dependent feedback hypothesis. In simple terms, the plants are working together unintentionally to maximize survival in a place where life is balanced on a knife's edge. But that's not the whole story. Because in some places, termites do play a role. In Namibia, certain species of sand termites actually help maintain the circles by eating the roots of any grass that tries to grow in the center. So in some regions, it's a combination of plant competition and insect activity, a delicate, co-evolved dance between kingdoms. The plants structure the landscape, the termites maintain it. Two different mechanisms, one breathtaking pattern. What's fascinating is that this isn't just a desert quirk. Similar patterns show up in other systems, like the gaps in mussel beds on rocky shores, or the spacing of trees in a savanna. It seems that when resources are scarce and competition is fierce, nature tends to organize itself in repeating, geometric forms. Fairy circles are just one visible expression of a universal principle. Life optimizes itself under pressure, so where does that leave us today? Well, the debate isn't completely over. Some scientists still advocate for the termite theory. Others point to soil microbes or fungal networks. But the emerging consensus is that fairy circles are a spectacular example of self-organization, an ecosystem engineering itself to survive. They're not a symptom of sickness in the landscape, but a sign of its resilience. A way for life to persist where it shouldn't, and that's the real magic of fairy circles. They remind us that even in the most barren places, nature is intelligent, adaptive, and full of surprises. These patterns aren't just art, they're evidence of an ancient, silent conversation between plants, water, and soil. A conversation we're only now beginning to understand. What other natural mysteries do you think deserve a closer look? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to uncover more of nature's hidden secrets, make sure to subscribe to Nature Unlocked.